Hey everyone, my name is Brendan Lynch. I'm 26 years old and I'm a PR major in the School of Journalism at the University of Oregon. I grew up in San Jose, California and have lived in Eugene for a little more than 5 years. At first look, I seem like a regular guy. I live in a one-bedroom apartment, go to school full-time, and wait tables for tip money. But when people ask me what I'm really about or what my passion is, they are sometimes surprised to find out about my alternative lifestyle, the life of a local rapper. I've been rapping for nearly 10 years, and it's the one thing in my life that I can say I've been passionately committed to. Just ask any one of my ex-girlfriends. I started getting into rap music in the middle of high school. Up to that point, I was a pretty normal suburban white kid, and I went through all the usual phases. Pop music, alternative rock, punk and metal, gangster rap. But when I came across underground hip-hop, something really seemed to catch my attention. It wasn't like the rap music I had heard before on the radio. It was more technical, lyrical, and intelligent. I immediately became a devoted fan. It wasn't long before I was drinking and smoking with friends, cutting class to write raps and freestyling at house parties. It might have seemed like a teenage phase, but for me, it was just the beginning. I continued to rap and write lyrics for a number of years, honing my craft before moving to Eugene, Oregon in 2008. It wasn't college that brought me to this town, it was the music scene. I had met some really great friends over the years who were doing the same thing, and Eugene was surprisingly full of talented rappers. So it was here that I would really get my start and become a performing MC. I first formed a group called Collective Influence with a friend, and we created our first album, Intelligent Design. We performed at small venues, house parties, and local cafes like Toasted Herbs and World Flavors, along with other aspiring local artists. We even did street performing at the Saturday market. Truth is, we were hungry for any opportunity to put ourselves out there. A year later, my group expanded to 6 artists, and we started calling ourselves the Architects. We performed hundreds of shows in every dive bar in town, and eventually grew to become a staple group of rappers in the Eugene hip-hop scene. Over the past few years, we have filled the Wow Hall, opened for numerous headline acts, performed at the Vans Warped Tour, and released 2 albums. We now run and organize our own twice-monthly show at Lucky's Bar downtown, and we've been fortunate enough to do some touring on the West Coast. Truth is, I never in my life thought it would get this far, but it did, and it still feels like it's just the beginning. 5 or 10 years from now, it's certainly possible that I could be touring the nation. However, more likely, I will be working a career in media, perhaps even a wife and kids in a home much like the one I grew up in. But no matter what happens, I will always be passionate about hip-hop and proud of the accomplishments that I have made. Being a rapper in a small town like Eugene feels like being on the frontier of hip-hop, and that has always been really cool to me. When I get on stage, I'm the center of attention, a rock star for a single night. When I get off, I'm just another face in the crowd. My name is Cerebral Cortex, and I'm a 26-year-old rapper from Eugene, Oregon.